guys, welcome back to a new vlog. I am vlogging this week. It's my first week back. We just got back from Mexico. We went to Puerto Vallarta. I always have a hard time saying that. And I realized that in this clip, the audio wasn't working, so I'm doing a voiceover right now, so that's why my lips don't match with what I'm saying. But anyways, we had an amazing trip, and we just kind of did like a mini pre-spring break trip with Brandon's family. It was amazing. The girls had a blast. Our family got so close, and it was like our first real vacation with the girls, so it was just amazing. I'm gonna go ahead and insert maybe some clips or maybe some pictures of our trip. But now we've got 2 weeks until spring break at my school, so back into the routine of things. Here's a vlog showing you guys my week after my mini spring break. Does anyone else who use their GPS to figure out traffic? But in math today, we're learning estimating decimals, and my students are having a hard time figuring out why we estimate. So we kind of had to take a step back. I retaught a lesson just because I've been gone, and so I really wanted my students to know what estimating was, why we do it. A lot of my students ended up trying to find the exact answer and then estimate afterwards, so the numbers just weren't making sense. It's kind of similar to rounding too, a little bit, so I talked about that. Wow, you guys, I am legit so upset. I was so excited to vlog today. I've been vlogging this whole day in slow motion. And the thing is like I've been talking all day. I've been in such a good mood for vlogging, but I got a new camera, and sometimes like I just hit settings on accident, I guess, and it's just like a really easy button to push. I'm so annoyed. The thing is, I can speed it up and it can be like the same time frame, like normal speed, but there's no volume. All right, I guess I'm gonna vlog again tomorrow. I'll just compile what I have today and we'll see where it goes. But for ELA today, we took our ELA test, and before we took that, we did a little booklet that my team teacher made. So here it is on booklet. It says Unit 2 Early American Civilizations, has all the questions that we were doing on our test, and the students took their test today in their Amplify books. Today, instead of assigning it as a whole class thing, I actually assigned it like this. So you can just hit assign instead of hosting it, select a homework game mode, and then you can assign it as homework. And when you assign it as homework, it actually does an individual game just for them, instead of like competing with other people, because I realized that they were just competing to win or like be in top 3, get more points, yada yada. That was a really cool feature that they have, so they can just look to see how well they did on the questions and then also have fun. Before we did that, we just went around the classroom. I said, what are some test taking strategies that you guys have? I usually just have this on the smartboard, so as they're talking, I'm typing it out so they can see their answers up on the board, and they just shared their test taking strategies that they know helps them. But yeah, I'm so upset that I was vlogging in slow motion today. Today was a really good day, you guys. I don't always feel amazing leaving, but today I felt like I was on top of it. My kids, I think they just felt good that I was back and like back in the normal routine, and it just felt like a really good day. Like I just felt like I was on top of things, they were on top of things, and we just came back together like we never left. Whenever I'm gone, I always do like a little morning meeting catch up. I just said, hey, like once you get the mic, just tell me something exciting in your life, tell me something you did over the weekend, share anything that happened last week that we didn't get to talk about. So we just kind of went around, talked. I didn't get any like sub notes back. My sub notes, I try to keep it very organized for the day, so I have the days kind of organized by color, but I just tell the sub exactly what we need to do, and I don't go overboard with how I write things, because I truly think it's so important to start the year off getting those expectations, procedures, and like letting my students become independent students, like leaders, so that whenever I am gone, my kids know how to run the classroom themselves. They don't need that much. I mean, they need reminders, but they know like our routines, like what we do when we're doing math and how we clean up the classroom, what the classroom should look like when you leave, things you can do whenever you're done with work early. Because we've been practicing that, and I make it like a big deal. We practice it and we get good at it. I feel comfortable leaving my students, and obviously it's not perfect, but I tell my kids, like, you're not going to be perfect, but be respectful. Like, that's my main thing. Leaving now to head to the gym. I hope you guys are doing well. I didn't vlog a lot like in the past 2 weeks. I just felt super unmotivated, and I was just losing the flame for vlogging, and now I feel so much better today. I like got my little mini vacation in. I feel motivated. I feel like things are fun again, and I don't know. It just all depends. So I wanted to be like transparent. I don't want to show up and just be like, yeah, my day's going great, when really I'm just like not in the mood. Like I vlogged last week, I tried to, and then I ended up just like saying forget it, I don't want to vlog anymore, and then I scratched the content. So anyways, today's a new day, and I'm gonna continue this vlog tomorrow since probably gonna be lots of B-rolls. Woo! The skin is dewy, the hair is sweaty. I always forget a hair tie. Like, I never ever remember one. I just did a spicy leg day, and yeah, that was real hot. But I decided I'm going to Marshall's real quick because my gym is very close to a Marshall, so I'm gonna head there. Brandon got to drop the girls off this morning. He got today off. He's also picking up the girls, so. I legit have some pesos in my car still. Just some random pesos sitting around. Let's head to Marshall's, see what we can find. Cute. I always find the cutest clothes at Marshall's if I just look. Abercrombie jeans. Kind of like this look. Marshall's also has these. I love these for milk and water transitioning to like from formula bottles. These lunch totes, I've been looking for the brand and I found it. It's called Mine.
More?
You already have cheese.
More? More? Okay, all done.
Do you like your pasta? Nini, what's your favorite food?
This one.
You like this one the best?
The best.
Good job.
We're putting our new cups to good use. Do you like your new bottle I got you? Cheers.
Cheers.
My brother made us some pasta before he left, and he made these little meatballs. This is what I have for lunch, but I didn't get to show like a nice pretty picture. I just did a leg day, so I'm trying to eat up. He also left us some ribs, so we're eating that. The girls are just having pasta cut up. Ollie's having her spaghetti, which is always super, super messy, huh? Thanks, Uncle Johnny, if you're watching. Been really into playing doctor recently,
Okay,
and
all
Indy
right.
likes getting her checkup.
First, we need to listen to your heart. Dum dum, dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. Now I'm gonna need to take your blood pressure. Hey, ma'am, there's no laughing. Now can I take a look in your mouth, please? Go ah. Malin potty 1. Okay, perfect. Wow, I can see all the way to China through there. Okay. All right. Wow, you have such clean ears, ma'am. I've never seen cleaner ears. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna check your tendon reflexes. Okay. Good. Okay. Very good. What's your name?
Eddie.
Oh, clipping my toenails. I see. Thank you.
All right, hello guys, happy Wednesday. Planned all morning to like vlog for you guys, update you all, but Wednesdays just end up being really crazy or end up being super chill. Today was one of those crazy days where I didn't even get to like sit down and pull out my camera, but that's okay. It was still a very productive day, just like super busy, and I don't know, obviously my first priority is the kids, teaching, not pulling out my camera, so I know you guys understand. Yesterday I was talking about how we reviewed our quiz on Look It, talked about test taking strategies, and then we finished up our test. It was 23 questions, but it was pretty good. I feel like I've graded like half of them so far, and they've done really well. They're understanding estimating a little bit better now. So today we just ended up doing like a whole group lesson. I had all of my kids come down to the carpet, and I don't make them come down to the carpet every single time anymore. I used to do that, but whenever I really want to focus in and make sure that they're learning and engaged, then I say come down to the carpet. Otherwise, it's usually at their desk. They're using their table to as a whiteboard. But today we just talked about how we can just turn one number, a decimal, into a easier benchmark type of decimal or benchmark type of fraction, like rounding a number, just kind of reiterating a little bit about what estimating is, why we do it, what's an easy way to do it, having multiple people share estimates instead of just having one specific answer. I even pulled a small group after that whole group lesson, and they worked with me on just estimating some more numbers, what it looks like, practicing on their own, then while the rest of the students were working independently on their workbooks. I am now looking for like just fraction practice on TPT. So I typed in like fraction number line so then students can fill that in. I typed in common denominators, unlike fractions, like fractions, and I'm just gonna print off a bunch of like different freebies that are just fraction practices for my students who really just need a good grasp on just fractions in general. As the years have gone on, I've realized like a lot of my students, if they're not getting their work done, if they're not understanding, if they're not getting work at home, I need to assign something different and still challenge them at the same time. So literally just typing in a bunch of fraction stuff. Go math practice, equivalent fractions, worksheet freebie, looking to see if I like it, adding fractions to common denominators, just a ton of stuff. Like I always right click, open in a new tab, and so I can look at them and then just print a bunch off just to have on hand. We're starting a new unit in ELA finally, since we just took our test over our unit 2 Early American Civilizations. Today we are going to be starting on, where is unit 4? I found them, but I just dropped them all over. Anyways, we are starting, which I've never learned about, so I just kind of read a little bit about him. Adventures of Don Quixote. Yeah, Don Quixote or Don Quixote. And easy to read, a little bit of history, a little bit of medieval times, but also it's like a funny, just little story that is easy for students to engage with and go along with. Talks about setting, plot, characters, so it has good stuff in there to go through. I think they're going to be excited because it's way different from just like informational text that we've been reading so far. So this is our next unit, and then they'll grab their new unit 4 here. So I try to organize it well so it's easy to find, but here it is. It's the end of the day. It's 1:18, so getting ready to synergize. We always have on Wednesdays like little meetings at the end of the day, announcements, and then after our synergy circle we do our PLC. So today we're talking a lot about our teaching philosophy, why we're teachers. Okay, so sorry, there's like practice outside, but our curriculum coordinator, she like made us believe that we were writing our philosophy today, that we're writing a whole essay during our PLC, and everyone was kind of like, ugh, we're writing, it's gonna suck. And she literally played a prank on us and just said like, basically we just met in our PLCs, talked about our change goals, like things we're gonna implement in our classroom, try how it's going, and then now it's our prep time. So excited. That was so funny, but it was just funny because everyone believed that we were doing that and we're like ready to go, and then she was like, psych, you're not writing a paper. Because, I mean, she was saying we're writing like a full essay, we're gonna do like peer review, critiquing, and I'm like, how are we gonna get this done all in like 2 hours? He played us, but now I'm really excited because now I get to prep a bunch of things. And like I said, I wanted to prep some like fraction homework, fraction in-class work for my students who really just need a little bit more focus, instead of handing them something and then expecting them to finish it and then them missing out on work or just feeling like defeated that they couldn't do it. My change goal, which is like for our PLCs during PD, is I would like to understand and know every one of my students like unique qualities that makes them just like who they are, and I really want to focus in on what a student is really good at, and I want them to be able to teach other students. I want my students to run the classroom and be able to get things done on their own or rely on the people in the classroom. Okay, so yesterday I mentioned that I would show you guys how I get some fluency sheets from iReady. So I go to iReady, I have it through Clever since we use that as our portal. And then up here where it says assess and teach, you're gonna click that, click over to the teacher toolbox in math. I wish iReady had a section where it knows where you left off so you can just scroll there easily. But right now we are on adding and subtracting in word problems, and here are our work pages, and there's a bunch of different languages you can use. There's different resources you can use in here as well. But I use these slides, so we're done with session 1, session 2, and then here is session 3, which we're on right now. And then you can see where it says fluency skills and practice. So we're going to be doing this one. And then what I usually do if I need to is I can go to editable option and I can open it up and then change any numbers that I want, change student names, or I can just go ahead and hit view and print if I want to. You can even have students fill it in and assign it to your Google Classroom if you'd rather do it online. But I'm going to go ahead and my students are reviewing for their quiz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the lesson quiz. I want to edit it. This is going to be like our quiz review. I just look over the quiz, see what kinds of things they have. I change up the numbers, I change up the names, so then my students have an idea of what we're doing. So yep, here's what it looks like. And I'm just gonna go ahead and edit it. And then sometimes I omit questions if I feel like we haven't gone over it much. Or I guess the next day, I don't really know how this vlog is going. It was gonna be a day in my life, but now it's like a combination of things since I kind of was all scattered yesterday with my vlogging. I'm just gonna finish up here quickly. We just had our fire drill. No, we had our earthquake drill, so that took away a little bit of my plan time. So I'm just gonna go ahead and print this off, edit it, and then yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Let me know what you guys have been doing. Let me know what you're doing for spring break. I want to catch up since I haven't been on here in a while. I love you guys. I appreciate you, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video down below. I'll see you all next time. Bye.